Hi, today is August 22nd, 2019. It's approximately, let's just say almost 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is Olawale Okabola, Spartacus Trading Corporation. You know who I am. Just bringing you a quick mid-morning recap on the pre-market report. I talked about how the market was long, long, long from yesterday's overnight, balanced, long from the overnight. I talked about if we cannot hold this gap. You see the gap fill, this red line. If we could not hold this gap, that it could bring in some more liquidation into the market, and that's exactly what happened. Uh, Mechanical shorts waited for the market to come to the overnight high. They shorted. I talked about the market trying to needs to find acceptance. Those who are long from the overnight needs to find acceptance above the overnight high. That's judged based on value. If not, they could be forced to liquidate. I got short right around this area. Their stops still above the market, so you know that it's in short term in nature. As you can see, there's plenty of stops, and then if I bring in the overnight, more overnight, you'll see exactly what I see. I tried to make a video of the live trade. Video got screwed up. It's very difficult trying to make a live video and trade for a living because I trade full time for a living. That's how I get my income. Um, anyways, this is where we're at right now. The market, the market is liquidating. Um, I talked about this prominent point of control that could be a destination. Everything is just playing out the way it normally should. You just understand the psychology, we still got stops beneath the market. That's why the market hasn't stopped liquidating yet. I got out in and around the point of control because it was so much there. Now, what we have going on, although we have higher value, that's negated because we have a potential double distribution that the market is proposing. I call it a dynamic double distribution. You don't know if it's double distribution until the day close. So we have this dynamic double distribution. The market more than likely is going to hit those stops and bring it lower. How do I know their stops? Just reading the market. You can see for yourself. They kept buying here overnight. That's in conjunction with yesterday. Probably trade lower. I talked about earlier today that there is the potential for an outside day, at least a proposed outside day. That's what we're getting right now. I would love to say I was super trader and still hanging in this trade, but I got out. Obviously, hindsight being 2020, a bit premature, but I still made a nice chunk of change. So we get the outside day, which there's stops below, and there's more stops here that I talked about in my pre-market report. So what I'm doing is I'm just sitting back waiting for another area that makes sense to reshort this market. Right now it's liquidating, so I have no desire to sell on the lows. That would be very foolish. So I'm not going to be misled by price. I understand value is negated. We had the gap rules go with all gaps that haven't been filled relatively quickly. If the gap is filled and value cannot be at least overlapping, then we probably potentially face a rally. So right now for the shorts, you can't afford to fill this double distribution. Long way to go. And now we're hitting all these stops. So all that I'm talking about and showing you comes as no surprise. I talked about it last night. I talked about it this morning, and as you know, I trade exactly what I share with you. So now we're getting the bounce. It's probably stops in this area. It's probably stops. So I need to wait for a favorable location to reshort this market. And basically, you don't want to see the double distribution close. So here's let's call it a mid-morning report, basically trading information that I provide you. The proof is in the pudding of what we do here in Spartacus Trading Corporation, day in, day out, being consistent. So that's about all I can say right now. If you're short, stay short. Just manage your trade. If you're looking to get long, that's probably not the right thing to do because you could get smashed. There's plenty of room for liquidation. Plenty of room for liquidation. So, and if you're looking to get on board, you're probably too late. You got to just wait for a good rally and then short into that rally. But you never know if you shorting into that rally could be a true full blown um, short covering rally. So it's very tricky if you're trying to get short now if you did not see or execute based on the advice I provided or the analysis I provided rather. Okay, folks, that's it. I need to concentrate to figure out if there's an area that I want to reshort this market and get back on board as long as I see what I need to see, which is the accumulation of more stops. As you can see, my chart is full with levels. Levels on the upside and the downside. More than likely is day time frame traders, short term traders, shorten this market, mechanical levels, leaving behind prints in the snow. So I'm just going to sit tight, wait for another opportunity to short this market if it makes sense. It probably makes sense to short again, but we'll see. We'll see. Not making any predictions. Anyway, Spartacus Trading Corporation, where serious advanced traders come to train and learn. I am your e-mini specialist, Oluwale Okabola. Wishing you a good day. Hopefully you got some profits and you don't give those profits back. Take care.